How's it going, everybody? So today we're going to be checking out my account and what move I've made earlier this week. So today my account is down 0.73% with 0.21% after hours, but it seems like the market as a whole was down. As you see, the S&P 500 was down 0.22%, the Dow 30 down 0.08%, and the Nasdaq is down 0.36%. So let's go back to the portfolio. And one of the moves that I made was that I did in fact sell ABBV. As you see right here, I sold ABBV, 8 shares of ABBV, which actually brought my account back up to, let's see how much cash I have right now. I have $2,375 worth of cash, and that is about 33% of my portfolio. And I plan to use about 15% just to hold for if there is like a market crash or a correction where I could average down on my longer positions, and the other 50% for swing trading. So I'll probably use around, let's see, about $1,200, around $1,200 for swing trading. So right now I have $1,200 to buy some stocks. And one of the first ones that I actually seen that I want to buy right now is Nvidia. Right now my total average cost is way above this right now. And what it seems is that, as you see, Nvidia is up 11% this week, which it seems like I don't want to purchase it right now, but I am willing to buy it under $150. So if it hits 149, I would probably put some money in just to do like a swing trade and to average down on my position. Let's actually look at a more bigger chart of Nvidia. Let's see here. As you see right now, I will get some shares if Nvidia hits around this support level, and if it continues to drop, I'll add even some more shares, but I will not exceed the $1,200 of cash that I do have just for emergencies. And another one that I was looking at to probably purchase is Canopy Growth, but let's look at Canopy Growth right now. Canopy Growth is up huge in the past month, up 62.98%. It did in fact go down today 4.34%, and I'm hoping it keeps dropping down because Canopy does have its earnings on February 14th. So we're going to see some big moves next week. And a price that I will be willing to buy is at $35. That's a good price that I'm willing to buy, and if it keeps going down, I will continue to add some more shares. My portfolio diversity is at 1.31%, so I'm willing to put this up to around 5% to 6% of my total portfolio diversity, but only if Canopy Growth does decide to drop to $35 before its earnings or after its earnings. If it doesn't do as good as what analysts were expecting, it will drop probably way lower than that, because with Canopy and all these cannabis companies, those are really volatile, so might be a great opportunity to buy if they do mess up on their earnings, or it could freaking explode all the way up to all-time highs if it does in fact beat its earnings. All right, on to the next one. The next one that I'm willing to buy is Aurora Cannabis, and Aurora Cannabis is down 4.18% today, but in the past month alone it is up 43%, and it did have quite a big spike up the other day, mainly because one of its partners, Radiant Technologies, received a license that will allow it to extract higher quality CBD, and Radiant is Aurora's extraction technology partner. And as you know, Aurora Cannabis has its earnings on February 11th, I believe. Yeah, February 11th. Aurora Cannabis being at $7.58. I am willing to buy some shares at around $6.15. which seems like a good opportunity to buy around that point. And if it continues to drop, I'm willing to buy some more at around $5.50, around right here. And if it keeps dropping even lower than that, I will be buying as low as $4.75. And these buying opportunities for me personally, I'm going to be buying mainly to swing trade these companies until they become more stable. But as you know, this is still a pretty new industry and super volatile. Great opportunity to be buying and swinging for money, for some quick money. And if it continues to drop, might as well hold, because I'm willing to hold Aurora Cannabis and Canopy for quite a while until it starts getting more legal around the world, where Aurora and Canopy will have a higher opportunity to get some more profits and revenue, which will increase its value. And the last company that I am willing to buy is Activision. Let's see on my watch list right here. As you see today, Activision is down 10%. And this is mainly due because of they're having some class action lawsuits. It's not good for the company. As it is down 10% just today, and the past week down 7.34%. Past month down 8.87%. So right now I am willing to buy some shares, but their earnings are on February 12th, so we're gonna have to see what happens until then. I'll probably buy some this week if it does continue to drop down. If it bounces back up, I'll buy right before the earnings. And if it continues to drop, then I'm willing to hold on for the long term. And for me, I'm only swing trading these stocks because I believe Activision Blizzard will bounce back to all-time highs. If not soon, then later on, as they are down about 50% maybe. And if it goes back to all-time highs, you can potentially 100% on your money right there. So it's gonna be a very crazy week next week, super volatile. I'm gonna show you guys what I do next week in a video if I do buy some, because right now I am cash heavy. I have about $1,200 ready to buy some stocks, and probably will be adding some money on Friday when I get paid. Maybe like a few $100s, maybe just $100. Never know how much I get paid, right? And yeah, oh, and also I'm gonna show you why I'm willing to purchase some of these companies at the prices that I named. Let's go to Canopy Growth. So the prices that I named for Canopy were at $35. This is why, because there's a support line at $35, and right now it just broke through its support. So we're gonna have to see what happens in the next few days, if it continues to go up or if it can go all the way down to 35 before its earnings. You never know, right? And the other price is at $26, basically the same reason, because there's a support right here. If it's willing to bounce back up, then I can probably sell for a nice profit right there. And for Aurora Cannabis, let's look at the prices that I named for Aurora Cannabis. Prices were $6.15, which is this one right here. As you see from the previous from the history of Aurora Cannabis, it did in fact bounce at around this point, all the way up to its highs of $8.55. So that would be a nice swing trade to get in, and probably be able to average down on my position, because I am in fact have a higher price on there. Yeah, my average cost is $6.89, so that's a good one for me to get in, so I can average down on my positions. And even though I just have 11 shares, I'm trying to increase my total portfolio diversity. And the other prices were at $5.50, which is right here, and the lowest point I am willing to buy is at $4.75ish, around here, $4.75 to $4.60. And let's actually look at this right here. Yeah, the lowest point was at $4. I'm not willing to buy more lower than that. Well, if it does continue to go down even to $2, then I'll probably put some right there, just because I believe in the future of Aurora Cannabis. And for the last one, Activision. See, Activision right now set up a low even for the whole year and for the past 3 years. I think the lowest point you can get to is around $35 if they do in fact not do good on their earnings, which will bring the stock down all the way down to here, which I am willing to put some money in. But if it does go down to right here, it's going to be pretty bad. You're just going to have to be able to hold on for quite a while if it does in fact bounce back stronger. And yeah, those are the moves that I am trying to make next week. I might even be able to buy some calls for Aurora or Canopy, just depending how low it does go. Because these the calls for Aurora are pretty cheap. As you see, they're 13 cents. And like I said I made a video about this one. This was about 55 cents, which is crazy because now it's at $2.05. So you would have made a pretty penny from that one. It all depends how low Aurora Cannabis can go. If it does go lower, then I'll probably buy a call option and hopefully be able to get some money out of it. If not, then I'll lose the 30 bucks that I put in, which is not that big of a deal for me. Yeah, and those are some of the moves that I am trying to make before their earnings. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys are swing trading or you're just buying and holding for the long term. For me, I'll probably be swing trading and just leaving the profits that I make into the company for the longer term, because I've been trying to average down these positions. I do have a high average cost for both Canopy and Aurora Cannabis, especially Nvidia. My average cost for Nvidia is pretty high. It is at $2.19, where Nvidia was at one point, I think, $1.30 or around that point, even lower than $1.30, around $1.27, which that would be a beautiful time to buy if it does go back down there. That's the end of the video. Please drop a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. See you guys in the next one, and have a nice day.